You know, back when I was in the academy, we would follow every toast with a song. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Come cheer up, my lads, come cheer up, my lads. It's better to have loved and lost. It's better to have loved and lost Captain John Rutherford than never to have loved at all. The Federation Starship, come cheer up, my lads, come cheer up, my lads. It's better to have loved and lost Captain John Rutherford. 17346732147 Charlie 327897777643 Tango 732 Victor 73117887324767897643776 Lock. When I have plucked the rose, Eagle Grey Hot, longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease. In faith, I do not love thee. Shall I compare thee? When I have plucked the rose, longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease. In faith, I do not love thee. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? 'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Come cheer up, my lads, come cheer up, my lads. 'Tis better to have loved and lost. Incredibly unbroken sentence moving from topic to topic. No one had a chance to interrupt. It was quite hypnotic. Incredibly unbroken sentence moving from topic to topic. No one had a chance to interrupt. It was quite hypnotic. That's an interesting twist.
And good morning. It is Thursday, one more day till Friday, and then the weekend begins. And with me, I have, if I can find it. Good morning, Wisp.
Hello.
How are you?
Cold.
Cold? It is getting much colder.
Yeah, the heaters don't work.
Your heaters don't work?
Well, they do work, they're just not switched on.
Oh.
I have a wonderful landlord and nobody wants to do anything against him legally.
Totally
it's 10 Celsius
that.
outside. And I would really like to air the place out because it's getting stuffy. But then I have no leftover warmth anymore. That is shit. Other than that, hello.
And also, after a very long time, we have...
Who are you?
The name's Static. I put a shock to your system.
Hello, Freedom.
Oh, it's good, Pim.
I mean, it's It's almost the weekend, and Halloween is about to be here. That's the good part.
Oh, not again.
What?
Yeah. I keep forgetting it's like the holiday season. You know, being out here in the land of the rising sun.
Yeah,
Don't really celebrate it.
you're currently in Japan.
The Americans call it Japan. They call themselves the land of the rising sun.
Or Nippon.
Ah, close enough.
So, does anybody have anything this morning they want to
Yeah,
talk
I'm
about?
actually kind of freaked out about what Wes said earlier. He started speaking in Celsius. I'm an American, so I'm immediately terrified. Deeply misconstrued when he said air the place out, and I was like, oh, damn. What's going on in his neck of the woods?
It's just stuffy in her living quarters. I don't actually know if you live in. Well, I know it's a tenant building.
Yeah, I mean, once in a while you want to open a window to get some new oxygen in.
Yeah.
When
One
you
of my
can't heat the
biggest
place up
problems.
again, that's a bad idea. That's all.
So I do have something. Who here has seen Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
I've seen those.
The voice actor for Frieza passed away after a years-long battle with COPD.
Oh. The dub actor or the original actor?
The dub actor, Chris Ayres.
Okay, I never seen the English dub.
Chris Ayres was one of the very few dub actors that people liked on a personal level, because people can like the voice actors for their acting work, but not like them on a personal level. He was one of the few that people like on a personal level.
Oh.
Just because he did a lot for the Dragon Ball Z fans.
Nice. Good man.
But he passed away at the age of 96.
Wow.
Or excuse me, 56. 56. I don't know where that 9 came from.
Okay. 56 is a bit early.
Yes.
I'll be 56 in like 28 years.
But he was the one that picked up the voice acting of Frieza after oh god, I forgot who originally dubbed it. But he's the voice actor for Frieza that came around when Funimation picked up the dubbing. And apparently, a movie that came out in 2009 is finally getting a U.S. release.
What movie would that be?
Strong World. One Piece.
Oh, I was going to say, that's the only Strong World I know of.
Yeah.
Do you have some TV running in the background?
He's currently in a store. He's on his phone.
Oh,
he's
okay.
picking up
I'm
things.
right in front of the ocean now.
Oh. Did you find what you needed?
I did.
Let's see. Why did it take this long? That's what I'm trying to find out. The film is being released in U.S. theaters to celebrate the 1,000th episode of One Piece.
Oh, God.
Hey, I am a diehard One Piece fan.
So am I. It is one of the best series out there.
Not any show can last for 22 years.
Simpsons.
No, the Simpsons are dead.
Well, yes.
What you're watching are zombies.
I mean, yeah.
The Simpsons has also made a One Piece reference in their opening series, so there's that.
Yeah, but the Simpsons have been dead since what, 2008? 2002?
Have they? Pretty sure they've still been coming out with new seasons.
Yeah, but that's not the Simpsons. That's like someone who doesn't understand the Simpsons making fan fiction of the Simpsons.
Ah, that part I didn't know.
Most of the original writers are gone. Maybe all of them at this point.
That makes
They don't
more
understand
sense why
the
South
humor
Park did that
properly.
show.
Because the humor of the Simpsons was much more intelligent back in the day. Homer was a much deeper character, and now he's essentially just Peter Griffin.
Yeah, I can see that now.
And Peter Griffin was supposed to be a stupid version of Homer Simpson, but now Homer Simpson is just Peter Griffin.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I would say after season 6 or 7, The Simpsons is just gliding along at this point.
It's become what it thought once. Because what it was, The Simpsons once was counterculture. I think there was even one of the ex-presidents was speaking out against it. No, I think Bush Senior spoke out against the Simpsons corrupting society or some nonsense. And now the Simpsons are just very clean, basic stuff that really nobody can take issue with, and it's becoming politically correct, which is the real danger. The original Simpsons would never have been politically correct.
Oh no, because their entire era was about coming at people.
Yeah. But now now that the people who wanted to come at people all the time have gotten into power, that's now forbidden because they closed the door behind them.
Yeah, I mean, it is also a different time where unless you're PC, you kind of get canceled. I think they're just trying to keep it alive as long as they can and keep, milking it for money.
Yeah, well, that's what they do with all the culture. They get in, take control, and then they destroy it. They keep on making some of it, but it's essentially just dying.
They should really just let it go at this point. I always kind of thought they should have ended at the movie.
Yeah, the movie was a good end.
The movie was a recap of several episodes put together.
Yeah, because you had President Schwarzenegger, you had...
Really, I think it was a few episodes where they took the plot from and mashed it together into a bigger plot. The movie wasn't anything new, really. It was just a long episode of stuff they already had done.
I can see that.
Yeah, because they did have an EPA episode. And they recycled that for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently more Americans want Starlink than 5G home internet, which Starlink is Elon Musk's satellite internet service provider.
Okay. How is Starlink going to kill us and turning us into gray goo instead of 5G that gives us corona or something and makes us gay? What is Starlink? What is the business with Starlink? How is that gonna bring the apocalypse?
I don't see that.
Then it's too good to be true, and we should definitely distrust it. Take the devil we know and just get gay cancer, corona, AIDS from 5G. That turns us
I
into
think we should do
Cybermen.
that then. I'm gonna keep waiting on the internet until they decide why we hate that.
Let's see. Switching to Starlink. Average internet speed is 57.2 megabits per second, or
Oh, that's
with
LAN speed. Nice.
Hmm.
cost of $65 a month, and
That's reasonable.
megabits is $1.13 per megabit.
What, it has a volume tariff?
It's not really a tariff. It's just how much you're getting per megabit that you pay.
Okay. That's what it means. Okay.
Starlink, being a satellite system, would give you 103.1 megabits per second at a monthly cost of $99, with an average cost of 96 cents per megabit.
That doesn't sound great.
It doesn't. I mean, I get 1G per month, or I get 1 gigabyte per download speed for $85 a month.
Oh, that's nice. It's better than what I had in Virginia.
And let's see.
God, I hated living there.
51% of Americans say they plan to sign up for Starlink satellite internet once the beta program becomes available to them, which I think in my area will be October, or it's either going to be October, like the very end of October, to the beginning of January.
Now?
Between now and January.
Interesting.
That is cheaper. I would say that is off the cuff. I would say that is cheaper than getting your internet from Telekom Germany, because those fuckers are expensive. Fully overpriced, and they never. Germany, in regards to internet, is technically the Dark Ages still, because because the German Telekom refuses to build infrastructure. They refuse to build out the net. So there's tons of villages in Germany that still don't have the fast internet. Some don't even have DSL.
Oh wow!
And don't ask for Wi-Fi. Holy shit! There's places like Estonia where you have everywhere. You have strong Wi-Fi coverage. You get 5 Mbit absolutely everywhere. In Germany, your mobile phone doesn't work here because there's no connection. Like not even for calling.
Oh wow!
Germany is the fucking Dark Ages in regards to technology. It's disgusting.
Interesting. This is the first time hearing of this.
Yeah, we keep making jokes about it. It's why we call it Dunkeldeutschland. Dark Germany. Dunkeldeutschland.
Come on, use your words.
Apparently, there's a new Pikmin game.
I never got into Pikmin.
It's a fun little game. But Nintendo and Niantic, who created Pokemon Go, launched Pikmin Bloom, which is a free-to-play mobile game.
Oh,
God. I encourage you to go for a walk. Like everything that Niantic does.
Pay to win.
Don't. Nintendo, please stop working with Niantic. These people don't know how to make games, and they don't know how to make code. They don't know how to make netcode either. I don't know what they know how to do.
They know how to market.
Nintendo, please. These people are not the way to go if you want to make mobile games. Make them yourself, please. So that it's worth your seal of quality and not this kind of bullshit anymore. Hyrule Warriors also didn't deserve a Nintendo seal of quality. The game is so fucking buggy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I remember whenever it launched, Freedom and I were in Hong Kong at the time.
Were we?
Maybe
Yeah.
it gets around so much. I want to get around much.
Maybe.
Get around. Yeah, but what was up in Hong Kong?
No. Pokemon Go launched whenever we landed in Hong Kong. And I remember a whole bunch of people just being like, oh, let's just walk around and play this game. Then you had a whole bunch of other people like, I want to go see the scenery.
Look, I don't regret spending that much time playing Pokemon Go. I'm not even mad I did it.
Wasn't there one place that we couldn't play it? Was it the UAE or was it Oman? That didn't have a server
No,
for
we
it?
could play it on. It was Dubai. We couldn't play it in Dubai, but as soon as we left, they cut their servers on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Were the mullahs not sure whether it was halal yet?
I think they just had delay on their systems being brought up.
Okay.
Makes sense.
But yeah, they're making a new Pikmin game that you can grow Pikmin by walking. There's of course the 7 different types of Pikmin.
7?
And then there's 7.
That's a lot.
I never played Pikmin. I only played Overlord,
Yo,
which is
Overlord
basically
awesome.
Pikmin with kobolds.
Adorable gremlins.
Yes. Sadly, the first game had a very weak story, but was fine enough. The expansion to Overlord was great though. The hell thing, where you meet
Yes,
all
which I
the
also have.
heroes you defeated again as in their hellish torment. You
Good,
kill them
welcome.
again or torment them again or something.
They do have a requirement on the game though. You must have a Google Fitbit to
Ooh. I
How
guess
about
they're
no?
really tired of everyone spoofing their location.
They just want to spawn your data. Why do you need
Or-
a Fitbit if it's on your phone anyway? Aren't you walking anyway?
They don't want you spoofing your location like people have been doing. And the
They say
Fitbit doesn't
you're
allow
only
you
walking
to
if you're a peasant.
the Fitbit doesn't allow you to spoof your location.
Okay. But you still have your smartphone on.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Cyrus used to play Pokemon Go with one of us driving.
Yeah. The passenger would play with the 2 phones and catch Pokemon.
Yes, they just zip by on the roadside. I imagine how that would look in the Pokemon world. There's a car running by and people throwing out Pokeballs at random out of the car.
You're mine.
But then who collects the Pokeballs?
Oh no. You pull over real quick and then collect them.
I was gonna say, didn't you?
Oh,
watch,
you throw
the first season
the
of Pokemon when Ash
throw
got
the
like his 7th Pokemon.
You just string the Pokeballs all to fishing poles and you just throw them out all the time, out of the car.
Who did that in this series? There was somebody that did that in the anime series. Because they were catching fish Pokemon and they had it on a fishing rod. I cannot remember who was doing that, but I remember that episode.
Yeah, I actually tried to go back and rewatch the original series. Ash is like the stupidest trainer, like by far.
Yeah. I wish they had. I so wish they had a better concept for the show and had an actual plot, because you had enough characters for that.
Oh yeah, and like all of the other versions of Pokemon did way better, and the lead character was actually competent.
Yeah, and
I'm starting to understand why Gary was so mean to him all the time.
I remember there was there were several fan manga of Pokemon, and many of them put in real effort to good story and background of the world and how it works, and some even go a bit dark. And I remember one that was in part a parody and of how the world works, and basically the correct way of subverting a genre, in which the main character was technically the only one sane, if you will. Because the Pokemon world operates on this weird thing that everybody accepts that things work this way, which is normal. We do that too. But the main character, he is not from our world, but he thinks like someone from our world, who goes like, this doesn't make sense. He questions everything, how everything works, and this is just thinks that everything's stupid, and that's why he doesn't want to go on his Pokemon journey, and he's shoved into it. And why you throwing me into the wilds with a Pokemon that doesn't even like me?
Yes.
And I have to fight things. What do I eat? Oh, I have a Pokemon. I thought they were friends. It's going all the way. I think it was called Mokepon.
Really?
Yeah,
I actually would love to
Mokepon.
find this series now.
I don't know how much. It was really well drawn. But it's like 10 years ago that I read it, so it probably continued on much longer after that.
Does anybody remember the cheap Pokemon knockoff fighting Foodons?
Oh
No.
my god. I remember that. I remember fried rice on. I was like, why is he such an important... It's fried rice. It doesn't go with everything.
That's where you're wrong.
Yes, you are definitely wrong.
Fried rice goes with everything.
Absolutely everything.
You know what?
But-
We can all disagree. I understand we're all entitled to our own opinions. But don't spoon feed me your wrong opinion.
But no, Wisp. So imagine the Pokemon as food that you cook up, and by adding new variations to the dish, it makes them stronger.
Oh, and they all had humanoid shape.
Yes.
What? Was this made by a furry?
Nope.
Probably.
I mean, there are furries in it, but that's normal for Japan. Here,
Ooh.
let me pull up this image here.
I almost had to beat up a guy that has a, foot fetish.
Oh
Not because
no!
I hated him or anything, just because, the internet deemed we have to do that.
Oh, yes, the edgy colored hair in front.
That's how you know he's a main character.
This was his.
This looks like mid-90s.
Yes, it was.
Oh, so the Pokemon in this ARP, they are food. Okay, I
Yes.
understood that wrong.
Yeah, the Pokemon are food.
Okay.
And they fight other dishes, and the fried rice is the main character's companion.
Okay.
And by adding like soy sauce to him or white sauce, it makes him stronger.
Doesn't he go all squishy then?
No, he gets more buff.
Honestly, this is really dumb.
Yes, it was.
That's why it didn't last long.
It lasted, I think, a season and a half.
But let me guess, it had a better plot than Pokemon.
No.
No?
No.
That's sad.
No?
The whole
That is-
plot for Pokemon
that
was
is-
like Ash going
that
on
is
a journey,
pathetic.
catching everything.
Yeah, because Pokemon is just the Pokemon of the week and Team Rocket flying off into the sun.
Do you want to know the whole plot of the series?
Didn't he only want to get good at perfecting fried rice?
Yes.
That's
Yep.
pathetic.
Also,
It-
food puns. Nothing but food puns.
Okay.
You know what? That's probably why it stopped right there. I'm surprised they got that extra half season.
It's getting painful.
It wasn't good.
It was not good.
Oh my god! Someone tried to get me to watch Bobo.
Dude, Bobo is great.
It's trash.
Excuse you?
Oh, did you fart?
Uh-huh. I found Polygon. Oh, wait, that's politically incorrect. Well, so are those outfits.
Bobo is great.
I thought Johan is coming on.
Johan's coming on?
You played his clip.
No. He said that
Johan's
Bobo
clip.
was yes, but he said that Bobo was bad, and I played that because it is funny.
Okay.
Also because you're spiteful.
Only to you.
Have you seen Monster Hunter?
Yes,
Monster Hunter's
No,
great.
not Hunter. Rancher. Monster Rancher.
yes, I have seen.
Oh
Monster
yeah,
Rancher.
that was actually a great series.
That was fun to watch. But I don't think the game ever made it to Germany.
I know the game made it to the U.S. Because we had Monster Rancher 2, 3, and 4 over here
You made it to
for the
4?
PlayStation 2. Yeah.
Wow. Really?
I remember Monster Rancher being on the PS1.
That must have looked horrible.
Oh, it
It
was.
did.
Here's the PS1 graphics.
I like the golem.
Yeah.
Oh, and it seemed Monster Hunter going from the that's less bad than I would fear.
That's from the PlayStation 1.
Monster Farm, they called it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not like gameplay. Gameplay, it didn't look as good as that.
Oh god.
Give me one second.
From the anime, it looked like the game had Monster Fusion as well.
Yes.
You could put them together to make new ones. That's really cool. They planned that for an add-on for Sansara, if you ever heard of that one. Sansara was an interesting Pokemon clone made by a German game company that sadly doesn't exist anymore because Germany hates video game companies, which is no joke.
Why?
They are. I mean, you do know Crytek from the Crysis games.
Yes.
They originate from Germany, and they emigrated. They went into exile because the German government just makes game development hell in Germany for game developers, especially for shooters. Anyway, Sansara is a game from. Oh my god.
I'm not
Tiger,
playing the
Dino,
audio.
those are wonderful names.
That's
Tiger
not
is a-
their names.
Tiger is a dog.
It's a wolf. Was there a starting Pokemon?
Yes, for Monster Rancher on the
starting not
PS1.
Pokemon. Okay. Who would ever choose the eyeball?
Oh, the eyeball
main
was cool because all
character.
he did was talk shit and he spit at people.
Yeah, he was surprisingly fun in the manga, the anime. He was basically Squidward.
Basically.
Tiger.
Wait,
In case you didn't know what it was, it's a tiger.
Tiger.
it's a tiger that's a wolf
Yeah.
with horns.
Yeah, he acts like a dog too. Why is he called Tiger?
I wonder.
Help me.
Would there be
Why is
blood
everything
vessels attached to
insane?
those horns?
They're gonna name him Wolf, I bet.
Wolfie.
This is just the first 30 minutes of the game, by the way. I skipped a lot.
April. It's April 1. Great.
But I loved Monster Rancher 2 so much that whenever I had the chance to rent it from Blockbuster, I would.
You can freeze
Nerd.
the monster? That sounds horrible.
I forgot what Freeze did. I think it just holds them in place.
Yeah. About Sansara. Sansara is a game that plays in starts in London. It's really dreary and grey and horrible, and you play as the main character is a girl, and she gets isekai'd into English, British, Irish fairyland world. And your Pokemon are little fairies that you collect.
What is the name of this game?
Sansara. And the Pokemon fights, they are the most awesome thing you've ever seen. Those are Pokemon fights
I don't know. I've seen Misfits, and they were doing
No. This is not turn-based.
Can you spell it for me? In the
wait, I'll
chat?
type it out. I just needed to find your chat thing. Sansara. I think the game, the company was called Fun. No, not Funimation. Funcom? No. Something of that. It had a really cool scene even 10 years after the company went bankrupt, with devs still chatting in the message board, and they even had offline meetings for fun. Because it's a first-person shooter.
It's an FPS.
Yes. When you have a Pokemon battle, you go into this magical arena and you shoot the other fairy and try to. And you can jump around. You have wings, so you can fly a little bit or float. And you can load them up with one attack and I think with 2 attacks and with 2 loadouts. You have an attack and a passive, and you can switch between the two, between active and passive 1 and active and passive 2. And you already here, Sansara had your active fairy following you, your primary one. Pokemon didn't have that. Fuck you, Pokemon. Yeah, so you walk around.
Only Pikachu followed you.
Yeah, and you walk around this nice place, this nice world. There's these horrible elf people. Very Englishy elf people. That on the left is a shopkeeper where you can buy new stuff. And then there's the underworld. Does she go into the underworld? Oh no, she doesn't.
It's probably too early.
Yeah. So it's a really cool game. It's a cute story. And yeah, I think there's 150 fairies, of course. In the add-on, they wanted to make new ones. At the end, there are some metal fairies that look like the Dwemer constructs from Morrowind, with spider legs and shit. It's awesome. Let's see if she gets another rare fight. Oh yeah, well it's just a level 1 thing.
What is that thing?
That's a little gargoyle fairy. And he's fighting it now. And you can charge up your attack, but if you charge it up for too long, then it explodes in your face and it backfires. And since they have elemental weaknesses, you can also get one-shotted by some things.
This game is interesting.
Yeah, and later the big battles are like can be in giant arenas with a giant dome. That is, you have the outside, you can go inside the dome, and there's 12 fairies fighting each other, and you're one of them, and the magic is flying everywhere, and they have different abilities that go all over the place. It's cool. This game is such a hidden gem. It's really sad. And they wanted to make an add-on where you then could merge fairies, like the top and bottom, and then create a new fairy altogether. But then they never. The company was sadly already bankrupt by the time they were starting to get into development. They had made a trailer for it. That was all, with a crazy scientist, or rather magician scientist, who was torturing fairies and trying to put them together. He tried to put a demon torso fairy that was still alive onto, I think, some angel thing or the metal spider leg thing.
See, there was another game that came out around this time that I played a lot. Let me pull it up real quick, because I'm going to have to find this game. And
you need to, if you like Pokemon, you need to play Zanzara. I just need to hammer this home. It's because it's just so odd and cute.
Does anybody remember this game?
This some PlayStation thing?
This is an old game.
Hey, I didn't see the title.
Is that Metabots? Bots for everyone?
Yes.
Metabots?
Metabots. Basically, the robots have a little chip in them that gives them an AI, and they compete in bot battles.
Okay.
And whenever you win a bot battle, you win a piece of the other robot. So it could be the legs, it could be the head. It could be just a whole bunch of different things on the robot that you win. And you can customize your Metabot.
I love those types of games. I love those types of games. I wanted to make a Mega Man type game like that. Long time ago.
And they actually had breakable heads as well, where depending on how much damage was done, you would lose your like you could lose your gun to shoot people.
Mm-hmm.
You could lose your head, which is reduced armor, so you take more damage. You could lose the chest piece. Basically, all armor was destructible in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it would, if you lost the armor, it would do more damage to you. This was such a fun game whenever I was growing up. I even had the Game Boy Advance game for it, which is a platform fighter. But the announcer, I don't know how this man gets around. He's like the stereotypical announcer that just shows up, kind of like a Nurse Joy or Officer Jenny. Like there's multiples of him.
He actually also showed up in the most extreme ways as well.
Oh, yes, he did.
And if there's a bunch of battles going on, he made like robots or whatever pop out of the woodworks. It was great.
Let me make sure that I'm spelling that correctly for you, Mike. There you go. But I loved this game and Custom Robo. Custom Robo was another one that I absolutely loved growing up. If you remember that game. But that was also a GameCube exclusive. What other games did y'all play growing up?
I played a lot of Legend of Zelda.
Secret of Mana.
Secret
Tons of Secret of Mana. I leveled everything up to maximum, except some things didn't seem to take XP anymore at some point. Some of the weapons I didn't know that they only certain characters seem to be able to level certain weapons above level 8.
Oh yeah, Secret of Mana got a HD update.
No,
Huh?
no, it didn't. That was this 3D crap is complete nonsense. Fuck off. Buggy shit. That doesn't. The battle doesn't feel right. And I even lost a friend over criticizing it because he loves Secret of Mana as well, but he completely bought into this stuff. And then when I told him this thing is buggy, and the battle doesn't feel right. You can already see it doesn't look right. This is a shitty port, and he ended the friendship over that. It seems. I haven't heard from him since. It's about 4 years ago.
Wow. You can't even take criticism over something?
Well, that's after that he said, I just complain about everything all the time, blah, 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 blah. And no, I praise a lot of stuff. But in that moment, he just had to project his own shit on me, and that wasn't fun.
Ah.
Old
He couldn't deal
kinda
with me not liking something that he liked. That was the main problem. Because in here in the original Secret of Mana, the fighting feels like it connects. You connect with the enemy as you hit the enemy. In the 3D thing, it feels floaty.
That's a horrible feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever a Super Nintendo game has better combat than modern game, that's all actually true for a lot of games recently.
Yeah, and especially with there are wonderful pixel art tutorials that teach how to make your animations in a way that they feel like they connect right. And I think I haven't played it yet, so it's but it's the only thing that comes to mind right now. Hyperlight Drifter is one of those that does it right. Darkest Dungeon is one of those that does it right. And in 3D games, it's the same logic. You need that's why in Breath of the Wild you have these little like frame freezes when you hit enemies, or when you hit them with your with the I don't, what do you call it in English? The circle attack. It goes like duk, 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 duk. Every time you hit the enemy with something, the frame, the picture freezes for a frame, and that makes it feel like real hard impact.
Oh, a heavy attack?
Yeah, for example.
Yeah, that's the best thing that I can think of.
Yeah, and it's that the sound effect comes at the right moment as well. Like here, see when he hits him, the numbers come up at the right moment. That's one part. That's one reason why you have the numbers popping up, not just to show you the damage, but that I hit him right now in this frame. Bam. And that has to coincide with the sound as well. But with the 3D remake, it looks like it doesn't connect right. And you get this feeling when in this game you get that when you see the little bar down below it. Every time you use the weapon, you hit not just you strike the enemy, but you just use it. You just step into the air. It's counting up to 100%. That's like a stamina bar, if you will. And if you hit again before it has hit 100% again, your next hit will do not just less damage, it will barely do any damage. And then there are enemies that have invulnerability frames, that after you hit them, they lie on the ground for a moment, and you can't do damage to them for up to a second. That's just very few enemies that have that.
Yeah,
And when you then try to stab at them, and they are still in their invulnerability frames, then the game feels floaty. But that is on purpose, because you're supposed to wait for the enemy to get into the right position.
So
With the 3D thing, it always feels floaty.
Just finished watching that fight. I found the remake's fight. Where were you? There. The remake's same fight.
The Skype worshipper looks horrible. He has to stand more upright.
It also seems like there was more animations for fighting in the SNES version than this one.
He seems to have some different attacks here. He's telegraphing way more. Yeah, this because this looks like he's hitting past him.
Yeah,
it's like really just does. He's just hitting through.
Or not even hitting him at all.
Yeah. And it's way too big weapon reach. Just looks wrong, if you ask me.
Let's see if I can find another.
I don't like this look even. I know the original is very flat, but I don't like the look of this. And here the trees, they have the same. They mush together with the grass. And that's with the apple tree, that's better. You have more contrast. But the normal trees, they have the same shade as the grass. Hey! Don't go pissing in the corner.
Let's see if I can. And then you have games like. Then you have this. Wait, does that say 1 day?
Oh my god. Yes, you're right. Holy shit. That's possible?
Apparently? Was it straight? No, it was just uploaded. But then you have
well, it is like a long game. And what do you mean about this in one go? What do you mean about Twilight Princess?
Here, let me get to the where you can see the way that the grass and the walls here contrast with one another.
Yeah.
Where you can tell where
even though it's a similar shade, because it's all these dark, muddy colors, you still see the difference. Yeah. I don't understand how the Secret of Mana remake could be so fucked up. It's made by dilettantes.
I don't think this is a great remastering.
What, you mean Zelda or Secret of Mana?
No, Zelda.
Zelda? Yeah, that is fine.
I mean, it's not the greatest remaster of Twilight Princess, but they just made the textures better. That's it.
Yeah. I wish they had done more for the Skyward Sword remaster.
And then
like add some particle effects and such. Or even finish the sky. Finish putting stuff into the sky. That would have been great. I mean, they have the space now.
Why did you zoom in on the monkey? Don't ever zoom in on the monkey.
Yeah.
But Twilight Princess is one of my favorite games, and the remaster of it was not bad. There are some issues, such as some of the bosses looking really dumb now. But
I only played the remaster because I missed the GameCube.
you missed the GameCube?
I never had a GameCube.
What's up? What's your question?
Who told us we should just start breaking all of these pots?
The game.
It's Zelda. You break the pots.
Like,
I mean, yes,
And
I
you cut all the
understand.
grass. You break the pots, you cut the grass. That's Zelda.
See,
It's like he's got this huge hate for pottery.
well, yes, but think about it this way. You have pots that once you find out are breakable, you're like, oh, I'm going to go break them all.
Yeah. And the Zelda games even have some moments here and there where some NPC's gonna complain like, why are you breaking my pots? Wow! Do you have no respect for other people's
There's even
property?
a shopkeeper there's a shopkeeper that kicks you out when you break his pots. I used to think that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a bit of self-awareness for the game. I like that. And in Secret of Evermore, there was one of the magic spells, the alchemy recipes, you only got if you went into someone's house in the medieval part of the game and didn't open the chests and left again. And only then would you get this. If otherwise you wouldn't. I think you got a hint that he complains that you opened his chests. But yeah, when you don't open his chest, he gives you a special secret recipe for your magic spells.
Huh.
Then you rob him.
Yeah, then you can after he gave you that, you can open the chest. I think it's forever that I played that game. It's very dreary. I like the dog in it, but I think they didn't even have a 2-player mode in that. Even though you had your companion, who was just a dog in every age on every continent. So he changed shape. In the medieval, in the prehistoric part, he's a large wolf, bear wolf thing. Then you get to the antique, where everything is Greek, and he becomes the sleek. I don't know what you call it in English. Windhound. Then you get to the Renaissance, some medieval thingy, and he turns into a pink poodle, which is really horrible. And then you get to the space station where the scientist is who magicked this whole world into existence, and your dog turns into a toaster.
Toaster?
Yeah, on the plus, he has hover. He hovers now, with little jet engines instead of feet. And if he loads up and instead of biting enemies, he now shoots a laser cannon from his back that comes out of the toaster opening.
Sorry, Rick, were you caught off guard by the jet feet? Does your toaster not have little jet feet?
No.
Is there no and he can supercharge the thing for a power attack, and then the super lasers come out. So in the 4th era, he has a ranged weapon. That was really cool.
That's funny.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's the least. It's one of the weakest games of the Psych and Densit's games, and it's a spin-off anyway. But at least it still has something close to the original Secret of Mana combat. But sadly, yeah, it feels rushed, and it was. Oh, and what annoyed me about that game is that you had only 4 weapons: it's a sword, a spear, an axe, and I forgot the last one. And the spear, the normal attack, had the shortest range of everything. Because he just rams it he just rams it into the ground 1 pixel away from his shoes. With full force.
What?
That's his normal attack. Only the charge attack
What?
froze the spear.
What?
It was horrible. Do the game designers hate me?
It seems
Like
so.
maybe it wasn't a spear, but it was like a pocket knife that just looks like a spear.
Oh, it was a spear. It had a long shaft and all. Yeah, but it at least had the combat feel still of Secret of Mana. And it had a really depressing atmosphere. The enemies seemed depressing as well. But I had more Final Fantasy references, like the quasi olds that lead you through the forest where you get lost into the right path.
I never
that
played
in
any
there.
of the Final Fantasies. Like I played them, I never beat them. I think I played them for like maybe 30 minutes at most.
I have beaten of all the Final Fantasy games that I played because I played 2 on the SNES. I played 7.
Mhm.
I played 8. I played 10 and 10-2. I've beaten 7 and 8.
So
I think I didn't finish 8. I was in the witch's castle and the whole, oh, you don't have your abilities anymore. And, that was too frustrating.
So none of you finished the game.
When I was little, I finished 9.
But
I mean-
you haven't finished the entire series.
They're all standalone.
Yeah. Well, some of the later ones had got sequels, but I don't know if they're any good.
13 got 2 sequels.
2. Oh my god. Oh, have you ever played Secret of Evermore?
No. No, I've not.
Put it on screen.
Secret of Evermore.
Mm-hmm. I think they had Squaresoft had to make it because they were contracted to make yet one more game for Nintendo. Before they completely switched to Sony. And we got this instead of, so it's not super bad, but we got this thing instead of Secret of Mana 2. And that was such a letdown.
Ah, yes, Square is showing its love of spacecraft.
Yeah. So that's your main character. He's Guy.
Is that his name?
No, you give him a name. I don't know what the standard name was. Yeah, but that's your dog, your normal little tiny dog from normal world. And he turned into this thing, which is cool enough. But the game doesn't have a 2-player mode like Secret of Mana, where you could play with 3 people.
Your dog has more health than you do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but he's also dumb. Yeah, but you can if you hold R, he goes around and sniffs out ingredients for spells. The spell system here doesn't rely on mana points, but instead it's alchemy. So you need you choose your loadout of spells, and every spell requires a certain number of ingredients. Those are then used from your supply, and that's how often you can cast a spell. Which that part is kind of nice. There's just not a lot of spells that really make sense because they also level up. So you level up your first few spells if you need them. And then when you get one in the later game, then it starts at 0, and it's just you have to level up every spell by itself, and that is a bit too annoying if you ask me. There's also an alternative spell system with the main characters. Every time you beat of the story, every time you beat a boss, you get that story character's spells if you break a moon pearl, which are very, very limited. But those spells are already pretty strong. And this is your first hard encounter in the game. As you see, it's the ring menu from Secret of Mana. Why are you doing this now? And your first fight is a bunch of raptors.
That
Your dog's
honestly
just gonna
doesn't
sit this
surprise me.
out?
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Oh no, he jumped. He tried to attack. Wisp did say that the dog was really dumb. Hey, you leveled up. And you gained 9 health from 1 level up.
That's actually
Yeah.
pretty nice.
You like Secret of Mana, you end up at like 999 or something.
His dog's about to die.
Yeah. Oh, and the first time I played this, when I was still a kid, I died to this fight so often. Because it starts so hard. The game starts really hard with this fight. And after that, it's okay. Yeah, because they just jump out of these things, and then I think they even fake. Yeah, at the end they fake the bush they come out of. Like the one that rustles is not the one that the raptor's coming out of, and you see how quick it's coming out now.
Yeah, it looks like after a certain.
And you barely have health items at this point. It's really mean. It's like we don't want you to play this game. We hated making this game. Just so you know. But the fighting in this game at least still connects. And as you can see, this is basically the Secret of Mana art style, animation style.
It looks
What
good
kind of
for.
village just lets someone walk in?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the tribal leader. Look, Fire Ice is coming out. The tribal leader. You have to look at the tribal leader when she comes out. It's great.
Are they like huge?
What?
It's a little girl.
It's Elizabeth.
What?
So why is Elizabeth there?
She's been isekai'd there just as you did, just for different reasons.
Okay.
What are you calling your dog? What the fuck? What? Schlauchi? That's not a dog's name. What?
Well, I don't know what that means. So.
This is what is it? What is this guy doing? What?
Oh, Schloushy's girlfriend.
That's original. Yes, it is.
I think
whoever
furry.
I think whoever did this Let's Play was making fun of one of their friends
Probably.
by calling his dog their girlfriend.
Yeah. You can skip ahead a little to the first dungeon, the first big, because you're supposed to kill Vulgor. But yeah, about there. Whoop. So that's the first.
Wouldn't
the
your
first big.
girlfriend
The first.
be mad you just named a dog
That's the
after
first
her?
boss.
The thing is terrifying.
Yes. The whole game is terrifying.
Why? Why does the first boss look like that?
Squaresoft.
Yes. This is and this whole thing is inside the remains of some ancient beast. So you can see that's the mouth there. And Vulgor is a parasite that got into it and lives there now, and it's like why ever? Oh right, you needed to get some ingredients, and for that you have to beat Vulgor. And there's also some
I
Greek
have to
guy
beat
on
a
some cliff
parasite to
at
get
the outside of
ingredients?
this place that you can find. He's a secret NPC who can sell you some alchemical ingredients, I think, and a spell. And like this is
So are these?
these are maggots. Oh yeah, and Vulgor can cast spells. Bam. 22.
But
That's,
how
that's
do
a third
you
of his hit
damage
points.
him?
It's a third of his hit points.
How do you damage him? Yeah, that's
You
a
have
great
to
question.
you have to strike his heart.
So whenever he opens his mouth.
Yeah. Well, his chest, when he opens his chest.
Ding dong.
Why did that happen?
Uh,
I did not get a message that someone would come early. I don't want to drop out right now.
You have company.
yeah.
For having a social.
No, I will ignore this.
Ignore the people at the door.
Yes, because I'm...
That's what I do.
Oh no, it is 12. Oh god, that is my mistake. I wrote down the time wrong. I have to drop out, sorry.
Have a good one, Wisp. But
Think about joining my religion.
this game, it looks terrifying.
God damn, I wouldn't play that.
I mean, have you seen the final boss of Earthbound?
No.
Oh, hold on. If I don't want to save the image, I just want to pull up the image. Let me see if I can find the good image of it. Yeah. That's not a good image. Why? Why is it so bad? Hold on. All right. So I found it. I found it. Freedom, look at this. Remember, this is a kid's game.
What's following you? You look like a
Prince.
bunch of doodlebobs about to sacrifice you.
Well, you're in the dark world. So you're
So
in a
I'm not
protective
wrong?
suit. You're in a protective suit. That's the
Okay.
final boss.
Is it the all-seeing eye or a sphincter?
Nope, it's you.
That's us? That's funny.
Let's see.
I
But
still remember like the worst enemy I've ever come across. It was like the Succubus in Dante's Inferno.
the
Those
Succubus in
weird
Dante's Inferno.
disease. Yeah, the disease-ridden undead ladies with dicks that were spiked.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't sleep after seeing those.
That Dante's Inferno is a good game, but holy hell is it weird. It's
Yeah,
it's a fun hack and slash.
it is. You know what sucked? You know
What?
when the game just gets really hard out of nowhere?
What?
The kids in my house broke the button to block.
No
So I had to
blocking
play
for
the second
you.
half of the game without being able to block.
All right, you're going from hard mode to impossible. Did you win?
It took me way longer.
I can see that. I can see that happening.
That is also the same time I learned that dodging is just as useful.
Dodge what?
Dodging? Just dodging all into any and all attacks.
Huh.
Only take the hit if you're stuck.
only if you're stuck,
Yep.
like in a wall, or Sonic
A corner.
2006. Sonic 2006, where you get sucked into an infinite loop of being knocked down by Silver.
Yeah.
People didn't believe me whenever I told them that was a thing. So I pulled up the video of it. And now it's become common knowledge that Sonic 06 is a broken fucking game.
Makes sense.
Excuse me. But this is the second stage of the fight. You're literally fighting this. I don't know how to describe it.
I thought it was like a ghost or something.
Then it mutates into this.
Ooh, I don't like that. Are they sure they should be letting children play these things?
I mean, that's how it went back in the day. You're like, oh, there's no rating on it. Go ahead, kids.
I mean, you know, what are we going to expect? The parents to be parents and monitor what their kids, touch?
I mean, my parents knew what I played, and they're like, yeah, this won't scar you for life. It was pretty nice.
They really care.
Like, I played heavy metal as a kid. Or Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
I watched Heavy Metal, the movie, whenever I was a kid.
My mom let me just play. It was mostly action-adventure games.
And
I
like,
played a lot of Tomb Raider.
so I still have my original copy of Mortal Kombat that doesn't have the ESRB rating.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I love it.
It's still fun. I have it for my SNES. And then I have... Do what?
You still have a working SNES?
Yeah, I also have a working NES.
Huh.
I'm trying to get it to... Because I have a AV to HDMI converter to where I can stream it. I'm just trying to get it to run properly to do so. The AV to HDMI, I hear everything. I don't see anything. And then I gotta find my power cable for the SNES because I can't seem to fucking find it. Even though I had it all together. But you want to know one good thing about the SNES and 64 and GameCube?
Yes. What's up?
They all run on the same AV cable.
Really?
Uh-huh. The GameCube and Wii, the first Wii, not the Wii U, run on the same power cable.
Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is with the 64, its power was a big block in the back. So you had to actually have that part of the 64.
Interesting.
And then the Wii that I had the GameCube ports at the top.
Well, yeah, I think that was a standard Wii thing.
Up until the second iteration of Wii's where they started phasing it out.
Well, yeah.
And then you had the Wii U, which we don't talk about the Wii U.
I never fell for the Wii U.
I didn't either. I liked some of the games that were on it, but the Switch compared to the Wii U is a much better console.
I'm enjoying my Switch Lite.
Oh, you got the Lite?
Yeah,
That's good.
everyone was playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I wanted to play too.
Uh, I returned Sword and Shield.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
too handholdy. It is
I
way
can
too
see that.
handholdy. But I am excited for Breath of the Wild 2 to come out and see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm probably waiting. I'm waiting on the games to go on sale so I can just buy a bunch of them.
They should be going on sale come with Christmas time.
You know they will.
Oh, there was another game. Have you gotten a PC yet or no?
Nope, still homeless.
Yeah,
I
that
actually plan on building it.
you still have the parts list that I sent you?
Yes,
Okay.
somewhere, and probably in my email.
Because what we can do is if we can get our friend, our
Which one?
our old DM. I don't want to give out his real
Ah.
name.
Jamie.
Yes, Jamie. If we get him to get Tabletop Simulator, if he already has it, we can start playing Pathfinder again.
I told you I want to run Kingmaker. I want to see what you losers are capable of.
Kingmaker is on Tabletop Sim as well.
Oh, dope. We should totally get together.
We just got to find a time that everybody is available. Because remember, you're about 13 hours ahead of me.
Yeah.
And
then I'm only available for about 3 months at a time.
yeah,
So that gives you plenty of time to think about actually what you want to do with your characters and the world.
I got to look at what Kingmaker's system is. Because I don't know what Kingmaker's system and how that works.
Oh, it's not hard, but it's like based on how you develop your characters and the followers you gain, you can completely modify your city.
Huh.
Yep.
I need to look into this more. We could also play a game called Paranoia.
A little tidbit of when I was playing Kingmaker, I was creating the Overdark as a drow noble.
Huh. Were you a woman or were you a man?
It's clearly a woman.
Okay.
They kill drow males. He can use magic? Kill his ass. Kill him dead.
Poor drow males being oppressed by the matriarchy. Abolish the
They can be
matriarchy.
strong physically.
No. Oh, God. Real quick. There was a game that I was playing, and we were in the Underdark. I was playing a... Oh, God, what was I playing? I think I was playing a dwarf. And I met one of the drow males, and he was a lowly guard for the cell that I was in. And through the power of persuasion, I told him, "Man, why don't you just, live things how you want to live? Don't just be told what to do." And after this long conversation of how he can make his life better by getting out of the Underdark, he frees me, and we come back after a time. Turns out, he didn't leave the Underdark. They got rid of the matriarchy.
I
Because
expected you to get that character killed.
No. He was able to rally up all the other men of the Underdark, and they enslaved all the female drow because of how they've been enslaved.
That's funny.
I was like, this is not what I was planning on doing, but okay.
Well, we've come to this point. Too late to back out now.
But because of my words to him, I got a lordship in the Underdark as a dwarf. And,
What?
yeah.
They hate dwarves.
Exactly, but I was able to encourage him, and they changed their life around because of me. So I got a lordship.
Damn.
And I was playing a dwarf that didn't hate elves. I was playing a dwarf that hated undead. Because there's different things that you can change about the dwarf. And certain racial traits that you can change. And one of them was, I don't want to hate elves, I don't want to hate orcs, I want to hate the undead. And I tied that into my backstory of why that is so. And I got a lordship in the Underdark. I also got really good deals at all the shops now. But only me. The rest of the party still had to pay full price.
I love it.
There are some weird things that happen in tabletop games that are just fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a game that I'm currently playing called Godlike. And I'm playing heavy munitions officer, pre-World War II, but it's alternate World War II. To where there you have superhumans because of this void that was opened in Germany and such. And one of our players is mind linked with our medical officer through an amulet. And in the amulet, she sees everybody that's part of the team, but as fairy tale, basically Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
She sees my character as the huntsman from fairy tales because I am like a big brother to her in the game, and the huntsman is the protector of other fairy tales. Like in most fairy tales, the huntsman is the protector. This last session, she had to fight the fucking Jabberwocky. And so...
Did you say find or fight?
Fight.
Did she find the sword?
Yes, she found the Vorpal Blade.
Oh, all right.
So I had to play the huntsman, right? So she wound up at the cottage of the huntsman. She stayed overnight. The Jabberwocky was seen outside and then flew off. Well, come daybreak, because, Alice in Wonderland, the characters aren't going to be very helpful to you. They're going to give you advice, but it's going to be very cryptic. Excuse me, I have burps. So what I did was I DM'd the game master, and I was like, hey, whenever she leaves the cottage, I'm going to follow from a distance. And he's like, all right, give me a stealth check. I was like, all right, cool. And it was well enough that she didn't know I was following her, but at the same time, she felt like something was following her because of her...
So you didn't do a great job, but you did well enough.
Yeah, I did well enough that she didn't notice me. And then whenever the Jabberwocky started to attack her, before she was able to grab the blade, I fucking flung an arrow at it and distracted it long enough for her to grab the blade and start striking it. And she finally realized, oh, it wasn't just the Jabberwocky following me, it was the Huntsman as well. But
No,
I love tabletop games so much.
oh yeah, they're great.
What consoles do you have again? Just-
Currently, I have PS4, PS5, my decrepitly old laptop, which I really don't even touch, and I have my Switch Lite.
Mm-hmm.
I have my DS.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my DS is with my stuff. I think that's it.
All right, so I need you to get a new PC because I want to play Sea of Thieves with you.
Sea of Thieves? Come on, that game sucks.
Oh God, no! It's much better. It's so good now.
Oh my god. You and every other person that tells me to go back to something.
It's so good now, dude. I have over 200 hours in the game.
That just means you know how to commit when you're wasting your time.
No, I'm not wasting my time. There's so much more things to do now because they've been updating it every 3 months with new things and new stories.
I mean, I do plan on building a computer, but we'll see if I play.
All
I'm
right,
not going to just outright say no.
I will. At one point, whenever me and you can get together, we will. I'll show you what is all in Sea of Thieves now
Okay.
because
I'm
there is a lot of content now. But we gotta head out here because I gotta get ready for work.
Ah! Ah!
Yeah, you're about to go to bed if anything.
Nope, it's only 7.
Okay, you got a few more hours. But it was fun seeing you again.
I think I'm the highest ranked person at work. Oh, fuck.
But
Ooh.
it
All right,
was
have a good one.
have a good one. And if you want to join again, you're more than welcome to.
You think I'll get people to join my religion?
It's a hard sell, but maybe. But until tomorrow.
I can only try.
Until tomorrow. Later.
Have a good one, too.